Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? I'm back with another video. This video, as you can tell by the title, is what I studied to pass the board exam for PTA. So I'm gonna have to put a picture up of the board purpose program that we used. Actually my school purchased it twice. November, when we were getting ready to graduate, and then the people that were taking the exam in January, it helped them for January, and then they purchased it again for the second half of people that was taking the exam in April, but we ended up taking it in May because of COVID. So I actually went through it twice.
And guess what? I sat there for those hours
twice. And guess what? I'll do it again too if it helped me pass this board like I did the first try. So the first book that I was studying was this book right here. It's a little beat up, y'all. I was studying this book every day. So it's the PTA exam book. And the big, thick book, Okay, so with this book, because our cardio class was 4 weeks, it went real fast paced. I didn't know a whole bunch about cardio. Got out of when I graduated in November, I took like a week off, and then after my week, I went straight into cardio because I didn't know a lot about cardio. So I taught myself cardio, and I just went, as a matter of fact, let me show y'all. So I went through and found the cardiovascular and pulmonary system. So chapter 6 I went through, and I went through every page of the cardiovascular system, and I wrote down notes. I wrote down flashcards. I wrote on a whiteboard. I have a whiteboard downstairs. I wrote on a whiteboard. And yeah, I was just studying that, and I studied that maybe for like 3 weeks. I studied it for 3 weeks, and until I got the feel that I can move on, I can move on to something else. And then after I went through the cardio part, because I didn't know any of the volumes, I didn't know the RV, I didn't know any of that. So I had to go back in. I didn't know the blood flow of the heart. I didn't know what the atrium was. I didn't know, how it flows in, flows out, come back out, come back through, I know none of that. So I definitely spent some time in chapter 6 in the PTA exam book, and I learned it. I really taught myself, and I would go in my little office, and I would sit there for hours, and I wouldn't move on until I knew the material. So then after I did that, I would, because I have this app as well. Hold on, let me show it to you. And it's basically like the PTA exam book. I don't know if y'all can see that app right there, PTA content. So let me see if it'll still pull up. Yep. And so this is what it looks like. And then I would go to the cardio section, and then it gives you in alphabetical order, the aerobic exercise prescription, the airway and the lung, procedures, blood pressure, breathing exercise, cardiac cycle. I went through all those. And then at the end, you can also take a test. Let me see. Let's do the heart chambers and the valves. Oh, you know what? This was a good thing too, because this was kind of like a flashcard. So what it is that it tells you the heart chambers and the valves, and you see it has the right atrium, the right ventricle, and then it tells you just basically read all this, and study it for a little while. And if you feel like you know it, you'll click rate your knowledge and you'll click strong. And so at the end, it's going to give you a test. So you go down here to assessment. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, go down there to assessment, and then you can do a new exam. And then once you do a new exam, if y'all can see, cardio is the third one. I'll click on that. They have that little app gives you little exams. And so I would use, like I said, the PTA exam book, and then I would turn around and I would use that app just to make sure I knew everything that I was studying. I comprehended everything I was studying, and I wouldn't move on until I finished, you know, studying that. So the next book I used was this book, PTA book. So our school purchased both of those books for us, and the guy that we took for board preppers actually, you know, went through this whole book with us. This is the book that he uses to talk about. This is the book he uses to talk about the board, like to basically prep us for the board. He uses this book. So he helps out a lot. And like this little notebook, child, I wrote down everything. When I say everything, because he likes put stuff on this little whiteboard, and he tells you, you know, what to write down. You know, it's just like a review of everything that you done went over in school. It's not a actual like, hey, I'm going to reteach you this class. No, baby, it's a review. It's what you know. If you don't know anything, I don't know what to tell you, because he can't teach you this in like 60 hours, because I think that's what it is, 60 hours. I can't remember, but he can't teach you nothing, baby. It might be more than 60 hours, but when I say he helped me out so much, he helped me out so much. And I really would recommend him. And like, I'm gonna show y'all a little snippet of what I was talking about through every system: musculoskeletal, cardiopulmonary, integumentary, neuromuscular, like all of them. He go through all the systems and he breaks it down as if it was like a outline. And you know, with an outline, you write down, you jot down information. You know, that's useful to you, but all of his information was useful to us. And he tells you what to jot down. He tells you in this book what to highlight, what to write in, and it just helped a whole lot. So I'm gonna do cardio. So just a snippet. Okay, so remember I was telling you about the heart, and I didn't know the blood flow of the heart. So basically he went through and made it a whole lot easier. All right, sorry, they decided they wanted to move, you know, as soon as I wanted to do my video. I mean, anyway, so you know, that's our heart flow. So basically, you know, it's got the superior and the inferior vena cava, and you know, that's like a big old valve. But anyway, so you know, you have the blood coming from the body. So superior vena cava, which means that go into the right atrium. From the right atrium, you know, some valves that open and close. You know, it goes through your tricuspid valve, from your tricuspid valve to your right ventricle, and then, you know, from the right ventricle up, it's gonna go up through the pulmonary artery, come out through the pulmonary veins, go through the left atrium, through the bicuspid valve, but you might know it as the mitral valve, down into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, it's gonna go up and through the aorta valve. I think some people call it a vein. Aorta valve, and then out to the body. And then it keeps repeating that cycle. So yeah. And I didn't know that, y'all. Ooh, child. And now when I think about it, that was so easy. That was so easy, but he made it easy with that pool illustration for us. And I'll show y'all another one that he did for us. Okay, so like I said, y'all, I didn't know anything about cardio. I am so sorry, y'all. They are mowing over here. They wanted to wait until, you know, I started my video. Hold on one second. Y'all need to know y'all values. Y'all really need to know y'all values in the heart. SaO2, which is the saturation oxygen. Maybe know that, because know that I'm not even gonna say, but know that y'all need to know y'all PaO2, PaCO2, your pH, your PT, your INR, your WBC, your HCT, HGB, platelet count, and your heart rate and your blood pressure. You need to know the norms. And I'll give y'all a picture because I didn't know until he actually went over it. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, I'm sorry, my handwriting is a little sloppy, but it works for me. To know those values, like when I tell y'all, baby, he helped me tremendously. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm glad they purchased him twice, because I felt like I needed a refresher again, and it helped a lot. I passed it on the first go, so you know it did something right. And like he told us, okay, so when I went in, nervous wreck, because when you go in, they pat you down as if you stole something, or as if you are going to jail. They pat you down, they frisk you. So I was already nervous, walked in, and like I said, they frisk you. They make sure they doing that to make sure, you know, no one, you know, potentially help you cheat. Any cheat sheets, anything. So you go to a computer, and they do have a camera in there, and it is a lady walking around. But if you're like me and you need to act some things out, you can move around. Like, you can move around and stuff like that, but you cannot stand up and look over your cubicle and stuff like that, because they're gonna think you're cheating and they're gonna put you out. But yeah, girl, it's always first two questions. Every time I read a question, doesn't matter what test it is, but those first two questions, I always be thinking that like, what is this? I didn't study this. What is this? But after I get to about that third question, you know, I'm like, okay, I done calm down. And you are timed. Yes, you are. You are timed. So you have 50 questions each section, and it's 4 sections. And the time really didn't bother me. I had already, you know, paced myself and knew that it was going to be timed and stuff like that. But the time didn't bother me. What bothered me is that the questions, baby, I felt like I was going to take the DPT
test. I was like, what am I going for? Am I going for
assistant, or am I going to be a doctor of physical therapy?
Because I don't know.
hell right now?
Anyway, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that test is hard as hell, but it's doable. It really is. If I can do it, y'all can do it. And don't let nobody discourage y'all, you know, into thinking that y'all cannot do it, because you can, and you will. Just study. You know, you have to put in that time. I was studying every day, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was going hard. And he even gave, his name is Scott, y'all, so he even gave us a time to designate studying. Now, it didn't work for me. I just picked out my own time, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was studying like anywhere from 5 to 6 hours a day. Like, I was dreaming about the stuff I was studying so hard, and it paid off. Like, that works for me. It might not work for y'all, but it worked for me. So, you know, hey, do what works for you, but make sure that you're putting in that time, because if you're not putting in that time, it's going to show. and you want to pass this thing on the first go round, because this is not a test that you play around with. This test is $500. Who has
$500 just laying around? If you do, you know, kudos to you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have just $500 laying around. I don't. So that I wanted to make sure that I passed this the first time. And guess what? Our school was offering back like this little, we did this like green light process thing. I'll tell y'all about that in another video, honey. Cause anyway, so we did a little green light process, and if you pass, what was on the contract was if you pass the board the first time, you get $1,000. That money was on the line, baby. I made sure day and night studying. Hey, sometimes I would study at home. Sometimes I would go to Starbucks and study. Sometimes I would go to the library and study. You know, sometimes I would study with my friend. Sometimes I studied alone. Like, I'm a person that I can't study in a group. Like, it has to be at least one other person. I can't study in like 2 and 3 groups. I cannot. I can only have, like I said, one person to study with, because my attention span will go elsewhere. I would start talking about a whole lot of nothing, and I won't study. So that, I mean, that's just me. And I have to be in a quiet room. So, you know, sometimes Starbucks, I will put on my headphones, put a little, you know, some kind of music on, and I would just study. But it wasn't like, no, it'd be like an instrumental or something. It wasn't, people wasn't even talking on the music, and that worked for me. Like that helped me study. And hey, like I said, I passed it on the first go round, and that's what I wanted, and I got $1,000, period. So yeah, I mean, if I can help y'all in any kind of way, just let me know. I'll help you. Hit me up. You know, don't you know, feel free to ask questions, because I'm gonna help you. I want to see everybody win. So y'all, I had got a couple questions on I'm just gonna say I got a couple questions. I already answered the girl, but I'm gonna put it in this video. You know what I'm saying? So she said she's getting ready to start taking her prerequisites for the PTA program. And like I told her, congratulations, girl. And I'm praying that you do pass every one of your prerequisite classes, and that you pass all your classes to become a PTA. You got this, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody discourage you. Keep it moving. You got it. Study, study, study. Work hard for everything you want, because you know what it is. If you don't work hard for it, it's not gonna come easy. Boom, you got this. And stay focused. It's gonna get hard, it's gonna get challenging, but stay focused. It's gonna be days when you like, you know what, I can't do this. This is not for me. Did I choose the right career? This is what I really want to do. It is. Because in the end, baby, their reward, so much sweeter. So much sweeter. You said you wanted to see a video on how I balance school life with work life. So, for one, I didn't work while I was in school. I didn't. I was fortunate to have a husband that worked, paid all the bills, and all I had to do was go to school, come home, take care of them, and take care of him and my kids. And that's why I had enough time to just go anywhere and study. And you also, how your working salary after you started your career really changed your life. How did it, so I'm guessing you're asking, how did the salary change my life? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, they pay well. They play real good. And like I told you before, it depends on which area you stay in, you know, where you're located. Checks be nice, honey. Nice. You know, that's why I told you the reward would be so much sweeter in the end. Trust me on that. Suave, she commented and she asked me, would I transition to a PT in the future?
No, ma'am.
I am good with PTA. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm happy with where I am. It's enough for me, you know. I don't want to, you know, have to deal with evaluations. I don't want to have to deal with, you know, like the paperwork that comes with it. I don't want to have to deal with the insurance companies. Like, I'm good on all that. Let me just see my patients, do my therapeutic exercise or my therapeutic activities, you know. Just let me do that. I'd rather interact with the patients and, you know, do my little notes and go home. No ma'am, no PT, no DPT. I am good. And then plus, I make good, so I'm happy. You know, I'm happy. I mean, if you want to do it, kudos, baby, kudos. I'm gonna applaud you, and I'm gonna congratulate you when you do it. But it's not for me. Paris Works. She said that she recently graduated from the OTA program. Congratulations, Paris. I told you this in the comments, but congratulations, because like I said, these are challenging programs. They're not easy at all. They're very stressful, but when you finish, you know, the reward at the end is very, very great. So have you found out what setting that you want to, you know, maybe work in? Let me know. And thank you for subscribing too as well. When I get back to work, I will do a video on notes, and you know, because I know they are challenging. Outpatient is like, they're different everywhere. So like, it's different in outpatient in the way that they want your notes. It's different in a SNF. It's different in a hospital. But one thing to take with you is that you learned it in school. So what you learn, apply it. Definitely apply it. And if you know that's not what the insurance company want, start over and ask somebody. And like I said, I'll show you. But this week I'm out for like, we're not working this week. My office is closed for the week for Christmas. So when I get back, I will show you what program we use and how it works. But thank you, Paris, again for subscribing. I really, really appreciate that. And I'll keep making videos as long as y'all want me to. And I thank you all. The name is AJ. So he asked, how do you think COVID-19 affected the job market for this job? I am starting school in January. Congratulations, AJ. I don't know. Like, I don't know, because at first it was slow, and now like where I am is like picking up. So like all the hospitals are hiring. Like I graduated in November. I took this test in May, and I got a job in June. So I don't know. To me, it hasn't affected me at all. Maybe in other states, a whole bunch of people now are going to school to be, you know, PTAs, you know, and it's just that everybody's getting out around the same time. Everybody's testing. So maybe at first it will be hard to find a job, but don't let that discourage you. And congratulations on starting school in January. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got to stay focused. And let me know, you know, let me know how you doing. Shoot me a comment, shoot me a message, something. Let me know how you doing. But yeah, it hasn't affected me at all. And then, you know, as long as you know, you pray about it. Hey, pray about it and do what you're supposed to do. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You just focus on school right now. When you get out, it'll be a job waiting for you. Trust me. Trust me. You got this. All right, y'all. That's all the questions that I have, and that's all the material that I have. And that's everything that I studied. Everything that, you know, tell me past the board, you know. If you have any more questions, let me know. Peace.